Welcome to The Coffee Grind by the Denton Chamber of Commerce, powered in part by Classic of Denton. Classic of Denton.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Travis Vaselka. I'm the Director of Membership and Marketing for the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and with me is my co-host.
Good morning. My name is Randy Skinner, and I serve as your Membership and Marketing Chair for the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and as a member, I represent Denton County Friends of the Family.
And you are watching the Chamber Coffee Grind. We are recording live from the DentonRadio.com studio in the Discover Denton Welcome Center in beautiful downtown Denton. We're here to keep
It's kind of dreary today.
It is
I don't know
dreary.
if beautiful. I mean, Denton's always beautiful, but it's kind of like in dreary downtown Denton today. I've got to admit it.
Is it kind of melancholy?
Yeah,
it could be beautiful
there's
and
no
sad.
sun out. Beautiful. It's very artistic today. The weather
like
is very
it.
artistic.
I like
very
it.
Denton.
Yeah, it's very Denton of the weather.
The weather's very Denton today.
Yes.
So we're here to keep you up to date with what's happening in the business community and highlighting featured initiatives and events from the Denton Chamber of Commerce. And today we're going to be talking about the Mayor's Summer Youth Jobs Program.
Whoop, whoop.
And, we have a lot of exciting things to talk about. I think it's fun that we're talking about this in January, so it gives enough time for everybody to kind of get it ramped up and rolling and in time for summer.
Absolutely.
So joining us today is our good friend Alicia Froidl from United Way of Denton County to talk to us about the Mayor's Summer Youth Jobs Program. So welcome. Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you. Thanks for having me.
Alicia, can you tell us, just starting out, what is the Mayor's Summer Youth Jobs Program?
Sure. So this is a program. It was started back in 2015. Mayor Chris Watts went to a conference and heard about other communities that were doing similar programs. The goal is to really prepare high school students and recent high school graduates to go into the job force. So it is giving them an opportunity to work both at the city. So we do have a lot of jobs that the city provides our students with. And then we also have business partners out in the community that will provide these jobs as well. And it's giving them the opportunity to get experience prior to graduation or right after graduation so that they have that segue into better paying jobs, and they have that skill set that they can call upon. So another part of it, we don't just put them into a work environment and kind of just say, okay, good luck. We help coach them, because our goal really is to find students that didn't always have the opportunity to gain some of this professional experience. So we also provide a leadership symposium where we will educate them on office etiquette. We'll talk to them about resume development.
Wow.
We'll talk to them about what to do in job interviews. Some of our students, they don't know that they need to let their employer know when they're going on vacation. It's very simple stuff that they just weren't aware of. So it's a great opportunity for the future workforce in Denton to prepare. And then it's also really neat because you have employers and you have the city that have positions that need to be filled.
Absolutely.
And we're able to help them not only fill those positions, but we're also going to be on the back end supporting those students and helping them through that process.
Gotcha.
So students from basically, you said kind of like seniors or maybe just graduated. So like seniors are transitioning into the next phase.
It could be. We actually will have students ranging from 15 to 21.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay. So you could apply even at the early like
freshmen.
ninth grade, freshmen. Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
Freshmen
really
are
cool.
welcome to apply.
Okay.
Of course, there's other logistics that go into it
Sure,
whenever
like
you
getting,
can't drive.
Yeah.
So you do have to prepare for transportation if you don't have that. But we'll really help them think through that, and we'll make sure that it's a good placement for the student and for the employer. And we're hoping to also connect some professionals with the students as well, just someone to check in with them and see, hey, have you thought about your first day? Maybe go to bed a few hours early, maybe plan to show up 15 minutes early just in case there's traffic, things like that these students might not necessarily be thinking of. And also just to make them feel better about walking into an office environment. If we all think back to our first job or really any new job, it's really stressful, especially when you're new and unsure and don't know what to expect.
So I apologize for not asking in advance. Do you happen to know how many students are placed through this program?
Yeah, so it's varied by year, and we're always trying to increase it every year. So the first year, they were actually able to place 11 students, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they actually only had a month to prepare. So
that's not bad for a month of preparation.
Right. Considering that, it was fantastic. And so they were able to help 11 students complete the program. And then the following year in 2016, they were able to place around 30.
Oh,
and
wow.
so our goal's been around 30. The city takes on a large number. I believe last year we had about 28 in the city, and then a few in the community as well. So we had about 35 complete last year. So we are always looking for businesses to become involved. So some of the logistics, if a business was interested in taking on one of these students, is that they're willing to pay minimum wage. So these students are working for $7.25 an hour. They're willing to give them at least 20 hours of work per week, and they're willing to go for 8 weeks straight. So if you do the math, it adds up to a little over $1,000.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. And considering that you have this employee, this student that's coming in and has some background support. And then also I give support to the community employers as well. So if they're having some trouble with the student, if they're having some concerns, or they're saying, hey, you know, we're not connecting, or we're having this communication issue, and I'm just struggling with it. That way I can kind of help navigate and serve as that mediator. So
Nice.
it's a step kind of beyond just that minimum wage temporary summer worker, because you have some background support. Hopefully we'll have a mentor with the student as well. But you know, it's really a great opportunity. So we are accepting applications right now from businesses that know that they have summer openings and want to bring students in.
Yeah.
If you are an employer and you're interested, you can go on the United Way website, unitedwaydenton.org/summer youth jobs. There is an application on there. We will also have an information session happening on Valentine's Day on February 14th, but it's during the day, so we won't crash your other plans. It's from 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. at the United Way office, and we're just going to be talking in a little more detail about the logistics of being an employer. But we really help you through the process. They would be considered your employee. It's just that you would have our support as they went through that process.
Gotcha. And so I'm just curious to know, have you heard any success stories of these students who have been hired for through this program, I should say, and then have been kept on as employees?
Right. So I actually have a perfect example. We had a student last year that was completing her placement at United Way of Denton County. It was actually really great because the Denton Means Business 5K was able to help us provide that.
Thank you for that little segue.
Plug
we'll
in
talk
there.
about that.
So they were able to help us provide this placement for the student, and she completed the program, and she is actually working with us now in
Wonderful.
some of our financial initiatives. So it's lovely.
Awesome.
She really is a fantastic worker.
Perfect.
So she's working with us, and unfortunately, she's the first one that comes to mind. I know we have a ton of other stories, but I came into the role whenever the program was kind of ending last year. So I don't know a lot of the students from previous years.
Indeed.
But we do have some videos out there that people can look up if they want to find out more information. We have a video from Mayor Chris Watts that talks about the program. We also have some success stories from students that have completed it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So would you say that, I know last year you said you had 35 kiddos, and then I'm sure you're working to try and have more kids come on this year. So is it more that there's not the capacity, so there's not enough businesses that are signing up, than it is actually having kids that need to be placed?
Right. So I would say there's work to do in both. So we really need a lot of businesses to sign on first. Our applications for the businesses will be open until February 23rd, so we have plenty of time to answer any questions you might have. And then it's just a number of things. So the biggest one is getting businesses to sign on. And then also I would say working with the students to understand the commitment, because a lot of these students haven't had previous job experience. So we are working to create that supportive environment to increase their support system so they don't drop out, because we have had a few students that for whatever reason, they didn't show up the first day, and the employer did not look nice on that.
Yeah.
So naturally. So we're really working to create that support system and minimize those things from happening. So it's a healthy mix of both. But the biggest thing we need right now are businesses to sign on. And the earlier the better, because when we do have your information in, we can start putting those job listings online, and then we are going to get more students that are interested in your
it's a good
specific
feedback,
right.
one to the other, one to the other.
Right. And so then whenever we interview those students that are interested in your position, you will be a part of that process as well. So it's also that, we're not going to select a student and just put them in your work environment.
Right.
You get to have a say. And then another really cool aspect of it that I haven't brought up yet are that the parents are extremely involved as well. So we make sure that the parents understand the program. They're invited to come to some of the sessions that we do for the students. And so we also have that additional support because we really want to make it as effective and make these students as successful as possible.
Oh, yeah.
So we are going to be pairing them with professional mentors, giving them professional skills. We are going to be working with their parents to talk about logistics and communicating really well with their employers just to make sure that everything goes smooth.
Perfect.
It's awesome. It's really exciting.
I have to say, to hear that this program is in place, at least for a couple of years now, this will be the third year. This is a really good base to start from in the city of Denton to get an invested workforce. And so you have students who are going to school here and then get jobs here. And it just sort of like builds the community up. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, that really is our plan, is just to have a better prepared young adult population, young professional population, and to just get them ready for the career world. And, whenever we have a young population that has experience, that knows what to expect and feels confident in their professional skills, then you have a stronger workforce. And you have a stronger business community altogether.
Just fosters a lot of good things.
Right,
this is fantastic. And so you had mentioned earlier the Denton 5K, so we're going to segue over to that just real quick. So we actually had a bit of a discussion yesterday talking about getting it up and running again. So we have a date that'll be April 7th to get involved with the Denton Means Business 5K. So you want to keep an eye out on Facebook to see when the application or the registrations start opening up for that. And we take sponsors at different levels, and any kind of volunteer help would be really fantastic. And then, of course, we've got the ability to take time on the race. So if you're looking to kind of qualify for things, this could certainly be helpful. But part of the proceeds from that event go to supporting, and it has been at least one student in the past. And so I have kind of like an unwritten goal that I'd like to get it to at least be 2 students.
Be fantastic.
So that's, like $1,000 something per student, so that, this program can keep growing and growing and continue to help the city. So
there's 2 different ways that you can support the Mayor's Summer Youth Job Program. Then you can.
That's true.
One, sign up on the United Way website. So what is that? What is the web address?
It's unitedwaydenton.org/summer youth jobs.
Perfect. And I'm sure if they just peruse the website, they could find the summer youth.
Yeah,
job.
absolutely.
You Google it, I'm sure it
Google.
comes up too.
I bet if you did Google it, it would pop right up. I imagine.
It should. And we'll also be sharing it through our social media. So keep an eye out. We'll share this video, and we'll make sure that the link is up whenever we share that.
Awesome. So businesses I think it's worth at least going to the info session, give it an opportunity to go. And you're going to get there's an interview process. Right. You're going to get some students that are able to really hopefully help you out through the summer, but really it's kind of goes both ways. You'll be able to help make an impact as well. Yeah. And then the second way is you can sponsor or run in the Denton Mean Business 5K. Yeah. So both great ways.
Yeah.
Well,
or you can do both.
I also forgot to mention that I will also be talking about the program at the Chamber Networking Lunch this Friday.
Oh,
so
awesome.
if you want to come out.
Which it's a sold out lunch. So
awesome. Okay, well then.
You can't come out.
So February 14th.
Yeah.
But anybody who needed a reminder about Friday, if you've already signed up,
perfect.
This is perfect.
And if you haven't, this is a reminder that you should sign up sooner next time. Randy Skinner. I'm saying that to myself.
Any other questions that you have?
No. Is there anything else that you feel like we didn't touch on related to the Mayor's Summer Youth Job Program?
No, I think we covered it. You know, it's a great opportunity to invest in your community. A lot of businesses out there, you're already planning on hiring some summer help. So if that's you, please come to our information session, find out a little bit more about it. You will have support, and you would be giving back to your community and investing in the future workforce of Denton. So
Fantastic.
That is fantastic.
So, and shout out to Mayor Chris Watts for bringing this program
Absolutely.
to Denton. So,
When you recognize a good idea, bring it back home.
Right. And the partnerships we've had with the city, because they provide a lot of jobs. The chamber and helping support. And then also Denton ISD, because they let us come out into their schools, and that's where we do a lot of our professional development sessions, and a lot of students will express interest during those.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
That's
thank you to all of them.
Yes. Wonderful network of partners.
And thank you, Alicia, for coming in and speaking with us
Thank
about
you for having me.
All right. So there's always something going on with the chamber. Certainly becoming a member has its advantages. We have a ribbon cutting coming up. It will be January 18th. This is for Denton Body Sculpting. And I want to say, after meeting with her, that I think her name is Jan. I'm so sorry if it's not.
It is. Jan, right there.
Oh, thank you very much.
Jan Nix.
I had the notes right there. So Jan came in and talked to me about her business. She said it's the first of its kind. They have like a cool laser that, you know, does a whole bunch of stuff to like the fat cells in your body, and I don't know, it was really cool to listen to her talk about it. It made me really want to go check this thing out.
Is she going to be doing like fat cell lasering at the ribbon cutting?
I sure hope so, because I'd love to watch this thing in action.
I mean, like, should
I
I show at least
you can watch that.
Maybe there's
it
like
might
a
be personal for like a professional event. However, like, I'm sure somebody would totally volunteer. Like, just like
sign a
get
waiver.
right out there.
We're gonna get up close.
I have seen someone get their eyebrows threaded at a ribbon cutting.
I was at that one too.
Yeah.
There was I remember that. It was.
There's always something interesting to find at a ribbon cutting.
That was phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
So
shout out to what was what was the ribbon cutting place? The Brow place on 288. I cannot remember their name. Man, they're a member, and we should know their name because it would be the perfect shout out.
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
But
well, we'll look it up. And
so
do it for
so
next time.
Denton Body Sculpting ribbon cutting, that'll be Thursday, January 18th.
Where you may be
starting
able to
at
see
noon.
live
You
fat
might,
cell
you might.
lasering. Maybe.
She's at 1124 North Locust Street. So again,
it's right
Denton
around the
Body
corner.
Sculpting, just right up the road. And then, of course, we have chamber events coming up. I'm not going to mention that the business networking lunch, it is full. We have a waiting list, but we were going to be featuring Alicia again. And but beforehand, we have a new member orientation, and it's really not for new members only. It's for any member. So if you'd like to kind of get a education, or I don't know what the proper word would be, about how the chamber functions, what kind of benefits you have, in case it slipped your mind or you just never knew. I would highly recommend you go onto the chamber's event calendar and sign up to attend the member orientation. So it's open to anybody who wants to show up. Following that, we do have the business networking lunch.
But that can't come.
Yeah, you can't come unless you've already signed up. I hate saying that, but we do have a finite number of seats. And then we have things coming up from the community.
We do. So a benefit of being a member of the chamber is that you can go and post your events through the chamber website, and the new member orientation is actually a great place to learn how to do that if you're not sure how to do that. But these are a couple of the community events that we have coming up. First, on January 11th, we have TWU's Center for Women in Business that is going to be presenting Disney's approach to quality service. And that's going to be the 11th from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So this is an all-day thing. If y'all remember, last year they brought in Disney Institute, and it was a big hit. And I think it actually might have sold out. So definitely get your tickets, sign up. You can find that on the chamber website. Also, I'm going to backtrack and give a shout out to SOI Eyebrow Threading Denton, because they are the ones that for their ribbon cutting, they were giving everyone eyebrow threading, which I did not get it because I am a wuss and I think it hurts worse than waxing.
I get it and I love it.
Do you really?
Yes.
My sister likes it, but you can hear all the hairs one at a time ripping out of your
my
eyes.
gosh,
Like
make it,
it's
okay.
like
she makes it
real
sound
terrible.
awful. You
it's
get used
terrible,
to it.
but they're great at it, I'm sure.
And
so.
the more you get it done, the less you have to go.
Okay, well,
Brand is a glowing recommendation, right?
They were great. Like if I were going to do it, I would totally go to them. That's for sure. They were so kind, and it was such a great environment.
Yeah.
But the noise. I just need it to be like one swoop and it's done. Like,
but then if they mess up,
that's true.
it's gone.
That's true. I'm like pencil in my eyebrow. So if you'll see me next week and I've lost an eyebrow, it's because Alicia jinxed me. Oh, no. All right. So our next event that we have coming up is Caregiver Support Group. So this is a group that is taking place the second Friday of each month. They do lunch as well as just a discussion, and it's for families who have family members experiencing dementia to come together and it's a support group. So come together, talk, and have a place to go. So that takes that's at I don't know where it is, the Village at Valley Creek. And then last but certainly not least, we have the You're Beautiful American Cancer Society Luncheon and Style Show, which this thing has been going on for years and years. I don't even know.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know what year it is, but I mean,
15th annual?
15th? Okay. Oh, it's.
That's okay. I was
right
trying to help you
now
out.
we're even from Jan and the 15th annual. So it's going to be on January 26th from 12 to 1:30. It will be held at our new convention center, Embassy Suites. You can grab tickets through the chamber website. There's a link, or you can contact Sue Fickley, and her info is also on this page. Tickets are $50. Y'all, they do. I volunteered with them, so they do it all out. It's a style show. Oh, excuse me, a style show. So it's like this little fashion show where they have cancer survivors that are dancing in it. They do a great meal, which I imagine with Embassy Suites being new, none of us have really gotten to try a lot of the bites. So, that's going to be just fun on its own. And it's just a great crew that have put it together. And I mean, it's like, I want to say like 400 people, 300 people maybe.
It's usually very large.
It's very large. So it's a wonderful opportunity to connect with other people in Denton that are doing phenomenal things, but then also supporting the American Cancer Society. So
yeah,
that's all I got.
And if you're a member watching, just like Randy said, please log into your information center or go to the chamber's website and try to upload some of these events, and we'll get them out there to the community.
And I will give you guys a heads up. We're talking about changing the way that we do these announcements, so you should get your events in while you can. Because who knows?
They might take a different format.
They may take a different format.
They'll
And
still
if you
get
have
out
some
there.
ideas about ways that the announcements, maybe you would like to have us do the announcements or ways that we could go about it, we totally would love y'all's feedback or ideas.
Yeah. Any ideas are welcome.
Yeah.
And so before we wrap up.
Oh, yes. It's the prepared fun question.
So you had one prepped and ready to go.
Okay, yes. So mine prepared fun question for Alicia was to tell us about some of your hobbies, because I know from having the opportunity to work with you previously that I think you have some of the best hobbies of anybody I know.
Well, thank
you. Just my personal opinion.
Thank you. I am a social worker, so we always talk about self-care, and I guess for me it's some eccentric hobbies. So
love it.
So some of my more basic ones, I love Zumba. I do have a goal to become a Zumba instructor.
Okay, that's a good goal.
Maybe do some like low cost or donation based.
Of course
Zumba
you would.
in the community.
Of course you would.
Because it's just fun.
Yes,
it's just fun. So I love Zumba. I am really, really involved in an organization locally called Geek Girl Brunch.
Yes.
So
Which anybody can come to that,
yes,
right?
Yeah, it's free to join. So if you go to geekgirlbrunch.com, you pick the Denton chapter. You can totally check out our events. I mean, we had a Harry Potter Yule Ball.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
If you love Harry Potter, why would you not want to go to that? We do a lot of different themes. We've done Doctor Who, Star Wars.
So fun.
We're
and
doing
everybody's
board games.
dressing up, right? Like
Okay.
pretty much everybody.
Well, okay, no, not everybody.
Everybody goes all out like Alicia.
Yeah, exactly. So, but this is the one place where if you have that geeky side and you are looking for a way to express it, and for a common community that is non-judgmental, you can come out. So if you want to dress up for any of our events, we have people dress up commonly for a lot of them.
So fun.
No one will take a second look at you other than to compliment you and tell you look amazing.
I feel like it's really no different that if you're going to a sports
event, and you're wearing a jersey
or something like that.
We're just
better
really rooting for our Harry Potter houses.
Yeah, it's impressive. Awesome. Like that, I always love seeing your photos because it looks like there are some talented people to be able to put together the costumes.
Oh my gosh. And we have them in our group too. So if you're looking for costumes, like we have some people that are very skilled at it.
That's perfect.
So we do a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, so that's a really big part. I love to read too. So I have a local book club that I go to, and
nice.
I have a friend who's...
I told you she has great hobbies.
I have a friend who is a speculative fiction writer in the area. Bonnie Jo Stuffelbeam. Shout out to her. She's really cool. So y'all should check her out. She has the perfect name, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's like perfect.
So
that's awesome.
So we hang out and read books, and then just tried out roller derby too. This last Saturday they had an open house. They have an open house tonight.
So you're talking about the one that's local here in town?
North Texas Roller Derby. So they have an open house tonight that I plan on going to too. So I haven't told anyone on there yet that I plan on going, but hey, I plan on going.
It is surprising.
So shout out to roller derby. I tried that a couple years ago. The one here in Denton, like maybe when we first moved here, I can't remember.
Right.
So I do own a pair of skates and stuff, and I did it for a while.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But it's been a long time. I even had like the pants that had like the cushions on the butt because I fell a lot.
Yeah.
So I never made it very far, but it's a fun crew. Oh, you're not good at stopping?
I'm not good at stopping.
It's
so
hard. They make you like, you have to do like certain levels before you can actually be part of like the derby team.
Right.
So like there's like I was like over on the other side of the rink with like everybody else that can't do anything.
Sure.
And then like the ones that can't stop. So like I too couldn't stop it. So I felt like I just spent a lot of my time apologizing to people. To be like, I'm so sorry I just ran into you, which it's a great inviting group. So it's
I feel like you just need to be a blocker. Like
I know, but then I felt like I was gonna lose my teeth or like fall because like the odds, like I'm not very poised and I do injure myself.
Yeah.
So I felt like my odds are triple compared to somebody else's.
They do teach you how to fall first.
Yes.
So if you're scared, you don't have to have skating skills.
Okay, well, when
you're
when you get on the team, or if you do any of that, you're gonna have to invite us to come watch you and cheer for you.
It's going to be quite a bit. I mean, you don't have to wait for me to be on the team. There are plenty of awesome girls on the team right now. So go check it out.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
It surprises me how many people I know are have either participated in roller derby or are fans of it.
It's really cool. We really should go. I haven't been
fun.
to.
I've been to a couple.
It's not called a game. It's called a
bout.
About.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one in a long time.
Indeed.
It's on my bucket list for 2018 officially.
Yeah.
So, thanks for sharing your hobby.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all.
So, with that, I want to thank Alicia one more time. Thank you for being here. And I also want to thank DentonRadio.com for their support of this program. And we
get to stay on. We
want
to thank Chuck Carpenter for letting us continue to do this in 2018.
Indeed. It has proved successful.
It has proved successful.
So for more information about the Denton Chamber of Commerce, you can check us out at denton-chamber.org. You can follow and friend us on social media. And remember to tune in every other Wednesday at 10 a.m. So you'll see us on January 24th.
One of those days. Whatever
that Wednesday is.
You decide whatever Wednesday is. I don't know what it is. Is it the 23rd or 24th?
It's the 24th. I don't know.
Now I'm going to look it up.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at classicofdenton.com.